Good evening, everybody. Ain't nobody here yet, and I'm not sure anybody will show up, but people just tend to show up when you go live. And so I couldn't remember how to get on StreamYard, so I'm doing this just through YouTube. So this might be a real adventure. But at any rate, I'm here and I'm live, and I got a couple of little interesting stories to tell. And I got CCT's Silver Slide out here. Got this from him, I don't know, year and a half ago. It's a beautiful piece of equipment. Look at that. Beautiful tiger wood. Yeah. Miss Coin Crew, how are you doing? Charles, Cyclops, EMR. Hello. How are you? So, I can start with my stories now. Hey Titus, how are things over there in Japan? In the last couple of weeks, I have gotten a couple of silver rounds in the mail from wins that I've gotten. And they're really cool wins. This one right here. Let's see, can I get this out? Can you actually see it? Man, this glare is bad. Let me go change this lighting a little bit. I'll be right back. Let's see if that helps. Well, it did for a second. There we go. Whoop. There we go. But this coin right here, I won on a fundraiser that Silver Bull had for Charles so that he could get a new printer. And man, I'll tell you, I'm real supportive of that. And Charles is printing a couple of things for me right now as we speak that I am really looking forward to getting. But I've always wanted one of these Chiwus. I think they are just cool. But I'm a cheap son of a bitch and allergic to premiums. And so I never did get one. But fundraiser for Charles, I gave Bull $10 and I said, put me for, 2 different rounds, one chance each. I've never won a race on YouTube. Never. Well, I won one now, and I got a really cool coin. And this came to me from Sacktown Amy, and I am really appreciative of it. It also came with something else, too, that I'm going to use as a pour mold. But that is really cool. Now, got my CCT slide here, the silver slide. Let me show you how this thing works. Okay. This right here is a 3/9 fine Aztec round. Silver slides down it nice and slow like that. And that's a good way that you can tell with something silver. And that'll come out a little bit later here. But at any rate, CCT has been on YouTube for 10 years. Can you imagine that? Oh my God. Got a great said he sold over 10,000 of these slides. But he had a little contest for his 10-year anniversary, and I was one of the winners, and I got my choice of coins. A 1980 Mexican Onza. Which way is up on this? But at any rate, that was about, I don't know, 9 weeks ago or so. I entered the thing. Charles sent me a text a couple days later and said, Sterling, you better go check out CCT's video. You won. So I went over there and got my choice. But I just got this in the mail a couple of days ago. Evidently, when you send silver to the U.S. from England, it takes about a 5-week vacation in Northern Ireland. And CCT had gone to 30 days after he sent it, did the tracking and all of that stuff, and it hadn't shown up. He went to the post office and filed a claim. 2 days later, I get an email, a text message from tracking, saying that it was on the move in Northern Ireland. Took it about a week, and it got to Chicago. Spent about a week in Chicago. Then it went to Columbus, then back to Chicago. And then it finally came up here. And I think it was last Thursday I got it finally. But I like these coins. They're made out of me, sterling. But absolutely gorgeous, gorgeous coin. I love it. I've got 2 of them now. I've bought 5. Well, I bought 4 of them, and then I won this one. But 2 of them that I had, I sent to my son. One of them went into the lactating ringer, right there on the bottom. In fact, her tatas are the clanger. Or no. That's the tatas from the Walking Liberty from the 24 peace dollar, I think. But at any rate, that was made for me about a year ago. But on last Friday, I was working. And I got this friend of mine that, no, not really a friend, he's a customer at the store. But when he comes in, we talk about silver a lot. He's very into it. Hadn't seen him all winter. He came in on Friday, and I was there. And he got himself a 12-pack of beer and came up to the counter, and we were talking back and forth. I was going over the beer cooler, and he come up to the counter, and he laid 2 American Silver Eagles on the counter in front of me. And he goes, "Those are yours." Now, what are you talking about? He said, "Man, you've been good to me here for a couple of years." He said, "I want to do something nice for you." And I get to looking at him, and something wasn't right. And I go, "Are you sure?" He goes, "Yeah, they're fakes." And let's see if you can. Yeah, they look pretty much right and everything. They flip correctly, but the strikes are really, really weak. And here's a 16. Now look at the detail on that. Then look at that. The strike is really, really weak. But I brought them home, and I got out my CCT silver slide, and Look at that. A little bit of resistance, but not near enough, because that's the resistance you get with silver. But these slides work well. They're beautiful. And CCT has made a lot of them. So if you want to get one, get a hold of him. He'll appreciate you, and you'll get a beautiful piece of equipment for it. This thing, I fold it up, fit it in my pocket, and I take it to coin shows with me. I've sat down at people's desks where they're selling stuff and running the coins down that. It kind of usually draws a little bit of a crowd too, but I wanted to do shout outs for basically 3 different people. CCT, Charles, who is in here with us. Terry, how are you, darling? I'm not really watching chat real close. I'm sorry. I'm just prattling on. I had a few things I wanted to get through, and so I'm kind of doing that. But I wanted to. CCT is a really good guy, and he stayed on the Postal Service until this thing got to me, and so I appreciate that. Beautiful coin. Appreciate Silver Bull for doing the fundraiser for Charles. Got to appreciate Charles. I mean, he makes all. Hey, there's my boy, Silver Bits. I'm going to see him in about 2 weeks from tomorrow, coming up. Spend a week with me. His sister's coming in from Japan. We're going to have a good time. At any rate, wanted to, Silver Bowl 30, I wanted to thank him for doing the fundraiser. Sacktown Amy for sending me that beautiful Chiwu. And Charles for all the help that he does. He's making me, I don't want to let the cat out of the bag, but he's making me some really nice molds right now. And when my boy gets up here in a couple of weeks, we're going to do some pouring and have a little fun out there. Show my grandson what it's all about to pour some silver. So we're going to have some fun, get some cool new stuff out there. Papa York, good evening. How are you? But I am about ready to say, Terry, I'll thank you personally when you come over, okay, darling? I got a big thank you for you. I got Tootsie Rolls in the freezer. They're good Tootsie Rolls, too. But at any rate, my dogs are upstairs barking their fool heads off. So I should probably go give them a little attention. That's been the first time I've streamed in a long time. And I spent 15 minutes trying to get the StreamYards open, which I really prefer to use, but good night, I couldn't make it happen. I don't remember how to get into the page where you start a stream. Angel, I'll come over and visit you and we can barbecue some squirrels together. How about that? America, hey buddy, how are you? But I do want to come over there. I want to. I'm teasing you. I do want to go to Michigan Adventure sometime, but I don't think we're going to do it when the kids are all here because we got a lot of other things to do, and they're already going to Kings Island, so Michigan Adventure doesn't really stack up. Y'all have a blessed evening. I know it hasn't been real long on here, but it's my first time in a while, and I got to get my feet wet again, I guess. I got to remember how to get into StreamYards. Anybody want to send me a tutorial on it, I'd appreciate it much. The Rat Shack, how are you, buddy? Haven't seen you in forever. Hey, Rat Stack, if you're coming back onto YouTube again, you ought to check out Miss Ida in the morning. It'll be early morning for you being out there in Hawaii. But so if you're ever staying up all night in the middle of the night, you want to might check out Miss Ida in the morning. It's a lot of fun in there. We play trivia, just do a lot of BSing about coins and silver, and play all kinds of games. And there's always people winning some cool stuff in there. Yeah, Great Scott definitely has been helping Silver Bull get his streams going. And Silver Bull is every time he turns around, he's fundraising for somebody very deserving too. So I kind of like that. Coin Sense and Nonsense. Boy, I'm getting some big celebrities in here now. I appreciate y'all, but I do believe that it's time for me to say good evening. So, good evening, y'all.